Welcome to the edition of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013 on the Glenmalure farm. Alright, we've got a couple things going on today. As you can see, we have some straw bales. I almost said hay bales there. We got some straw bales that we need to pick up, and we're going to go ahead and do that soon. Not at the moment, but we will do that momentarily, because we currently... auto combine. It's not nearly as good as I would like it to be. So, in light of that, I guess I'll have to do this myself. Doesn't like making the turns, I guess, I don't know. It works like, I guess, well, the problem in this situation is that it's just too tight of a turn, I guess, I don't know. It was being a bit silly, so auto combine's on right now, and doing that. So anyways, like I said, we do need to get situated here in order to get to pick up these bales. Now I'm not going to pick up the bales in a usual fashion. I actually have a faster fashion in order to pick the bales up. But in order to do that, we need to get a little bit more money. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Let's go ahead and grab this tipper right here. It's not what I wanted to grab, but I guess I can just back this up. Oh, I can just back it up out of there? That's cool. Oh, that's pretty good graphic too. How much do we have anyways? I don't think we have that much sugar. It's 7,000, yeah. Oh, but we have 20,000 wheat. Are we saving the wheat? Yes, there is a great demand coming up for wheat. I had forgotten. Where is it here? Here we go. Canola in 5 days. Wheat in 1 day. Excellent. I'm gonna grab this and we're gonna go unload that combine. Now we should be able to make enough money. I don't need very much money in order to get what I'm going to get here. So should be okay. Where's the best place to sell barley? Glen JF Pubs. As per usual. It's kind of cool, actually. I noticed a guy named Predatory Gaming was started a Let's Play on this particular map as well, so it's kind of cool to see what he had to say about it. And he also thought it was a gorgeous looking map as well, so he definitely agreed with my thoughts on how nice the map looks. So I don't want to get in the back. There we go. Yeah, he was saying it was a really nice map as well, and I totally agree. It's one of those ones that you don't see it too often, but well, this type of level of detail and whatnot. One of the things he was talking about in his video was like when you zoom out like this and you turn around, you actually get a little bit of frame rate lag on his computer, and apparently his setup's a pretty mighty setup. Mine's not like crazy amazing, but it's not necessarily the worst either, so... Interesting, the combine was trying to figure out where to go because I was right there. Didn't like that so much, so auto combine is interesting because it seems to work a bit better than auto tractor, but not a crazy amount better. I still don't think it's I guess the nice thing about it is that it does work in fields that aren't square, whereas with Courseplay it tends to work a bit better with square fields, as opposed to this shape of field. Like, you probably could get Courseplay to work on this, but it wouldn't be very good because you don't have enough space to turn around and stuff like that. So if you were to have that, then maybe, but in this scenario it's not the best. So anyways, let's go ahead and grab our New Holland here. Might as well. And what we're going to do is going to grab the John Deere baler here. A little bit. There we go. Let's take the support up. Nice. Look at the PTO. Excellent. I do love how this comes up in this, when you have this particular tractor. Not every, I think there's a few tractors you get it, but not a crazy amount. So it's one of those nice things where certain ones that you get. I don't know who. I think actually somebody was saying Big Boss Modding made this tractor. I can't remember if it was this one. It might have been this one. It might have been some other one. I can't remember. Oh, yes. I don't want to go in here. Why am I going in here? Just to point something out. Last episode, I was talking about how my International Harvester is not a four-wheel drive tractor. I must have been blind or something. Because let me just show you something that someone pointed out. Let me just read it out loud for you guys here. So it says International Harvester 1486. The four-wheel drive International... I don't know how I missed that. So the four-wheel drive International Harvester 1486 provides you with a added tractor on the top of the well-known International Harvester pulling power. Yeah, it's right in the first line there. I think the reason why I, for whatever reason, thought I missed it, or didn't think it was a four-wheel drive tractor, was... Let me just go down to the tractors here. Where is it here? Is it this one? No. Because this one says four-wheel drive right there. And I think that's where I was looking at the tractor I had. I'm like, oh, it's not four-wheel drive, but it says right there. So I think what someone was saying, that it's not four-wheel drive in the sense that it's I forget what someone called it. It's not a 100% four-wheel drive. I forget how it works. Like, I guess the front tires don't lock up or something. I can't remember what the person was saying. I have to look at the comments specifically, but they were saying that it's not necessarily a four-wheel drive or a true four-wheel drive. I think it was like MFWD or something like that. That's what comes to mind. What are you doing there, Combine? Jeez. Yeah, anyways, he was saying that it's not necessarily a traditional four-wheel drive, and that's what the person probably thought. That's what he thought the person was talking about when I originally mentioned that. But yeah, it says right in the title. I don't know how I missed that. Like I said, I must have been blind that day or something. Might have been late in the morning or late in the afternoon. I have no idea. That's the reason why I missed it. It could be, you know, anything. Any reason, really. You know, I guess what is I can leave this up. Because, you know, we all have those days where you know, not paying attention or whatnot. And I must have not been paying attention that particular day because it says right there in like the first line, this four-wheel drive tractor. So I don't know. We're gonna park the combine right here for the time being, out of the way. Might as well fold it up first too. K. It's K. There we go. Let's fold it up. Perfect. Shut her down for the time being. Let's hop back in the New Holland T7 550. I love this tractor. It's so quiet on the inside. Alright, now we need to hop back in this guy. And what we'll do is we'll set this guy to make a run down to JF Pub, and hopefully, crossing my fingers, we'll have enough money for what we're going to buy. It's kind of a surprise. I had a lot of suggestions for Bale trailer. Some people suggest I get the PJ trailer and use that for the bales. Some other people suggested a couple other ones, a mod hoster. Thank you very much for the suggestions. The mod we're going to get, hopefully, if we do get enough money. The mod we are going to get was a suggestion from the website, actually. Someone put a suggestion down through the Suggest a Mod feature on the website, and that's where I found it. So thank you very much, sir, for the suggestion. It is a fantastic suggestion. We had a little chit-chat in the comments about it, so he knows who he is. Or she. I don't know. I don't think it... I can't remember. Can't remember the person's name offhand. We had a little chat. I get a lot of comments, and I really appreciate the comments. It's, I really enjoy talking to people in the comments and hearing what you guys have to say. No, I want to make the size bigger. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that's the biggest size. Really appreciate the comments. I enjoy talking to you guys a lot, so I get some really cool comments about what's it like in real life. For example, I think it was Texas Long Haul was talking about, I believe it was him at least. It must have been, yeah. We were talking about in Texas apparently they make, they use wheat to make chaff, which is kind of interesting actually, which is very uncommon for well, for me at least, in my area of the world. And the reason, I was kind of curious as to what the reason was, and what it turned out to be was just the moisture levels don't support corn where he's from. So because of that, wheat's more conducive to to grow there basically. So it was kind of interesting actually, because I know you can do it in this game, for example, but I never thought of doing it in real life. But I suppose anything's possible, I guess, right? So, all right, let's go up here and grab this a little bit here. Yeah, so it's kind of cool. So because of they don't get enough water basically in Texas, well, in the area he's in at least, I guess. That's why they don't use corn to make silage out of it. They use wheat, which is kind of interesting. Actually, wheat's kind of a I don't know. It's a somewhat profitable crop. It's kind of how it kind of boils down to, actually, because sometimes you make money off of it, sometimes you don't. I mentioned this guy before, Peter Johnson. He's on Twitter at WheatPete is his Twitter handle, if you're interested in following him. He works for Ontario Ministry of Agricultural and Farming, I think it stands for, OMAF. Anyways, he works there, and he's like a crop specialist, or I think it's what his official title is. And he always encourages people to grow wheat and whatnot, and as a good solution. Because it seems like what's happening this year specifically, at least where I am, is a lot of people are planting soybeans as opposed to other things. Now, the funny thing what's going to happen is that because so many people are planting soybeans, there's going to be a bit of a surplus of soybeans. So it's going to be interesting to see how that affects the prices, whether it'll affect them a lot, a little, or not at all. So it's definitely going to be interesting. So I'm kind of curious as to how that is going to play out in the long run. A lot of people are ditching corn for other things, so we'll see. Actually, I was having a kind of a cool conversation the other day with Hitman82. He's on YouTube. I think he's at Hitman82. He hangs out with Fadman and Carabear76 a lot. Anyways, we were talking about what's called neonicotinoids, which is if I remember correctly now, taxing my brain a little bit this late at night. It's like a pesticide that they use on corn and soybeans and whatnot. And we were talking about how it's being used and how actually doing testing with it, or trying to do testing with it in Ontario at least, to try and figure out whether or not it's actually causing bee colonies to be, to lose bee colonies or not, or whether it's, responsible for it. Some people are saying yes, they are 100% responsible, and other people are saying, well, it's not quite 100% responsible. It's definitely partially responsible, but not necessarily 100%. So it's interesting to see what's what in that scenario. We got one more wind row left, so we'll finish off this little wind row here. Yeah, so him and I were talking about that, and neither of us are experts on that particular topic, but it was interesting to see what the points of view were and whatnot about that. I don't know. It's something that kind of affects, I guess, more corn farmers and perhaps soybeans. So, I guess depends on what you grow. I'm not a farmer in real life, and but I do tend to read a lot about real life farming and stuff related to that. So actually, someone the other day actually asked me, do I own a tractor? No, I don't own a tractor, but it would be cool. But I really don't have a space for where I live right now. There's really no point. That's a little tiny bit. That's funny. Where I live, there's really no point of getting a tractor where I live, basically. Maybe one day in the future, but at present day, not so much. Oops, did not see that. 4 bales, it's not so bad actually. Alright, so our Unimog is just chilling out over there. Let's go take care of that. So hopefully this will give us enough money, as I've mentioned, and we shall see momentarily. Yeah, so we had a cool conversation about neonicotinoids, and we kind of talked about what we knew about it and what our thoughts were and whatnot. And we were on TeamSpeak talking about that, actually. I don't have the TeamSpeak information personally. If you really want to hop on TeamSpeak and chat with me, you'll have to talk to Fadman about that, because it's his TeamSpeak, not mine. But yeah, people pop on there every now and then. Let's see here. Actually, there's a new game coming out this week, actually. It's called Farming World. And it's not quite Farming Simulator. It's definitely another aspect of it. But it's something that... the game seems really interesting for me because it reminds me a lot of other... we call them simulation games, but other types of games that I enjoy playing. So, I might pick it up and do a little showcase on that. We'll see. It's definitely not Farming Simulator, that's for sure. The business side of things, it's like doing things like, how would you describe it? Kind of like a SimCity type scenario, a bit. I don't know if everyone would be interested in watching that or not, just because it's not. Like I said, it's definitely not Farming Simulator, but it's agriculture related, so I might bring it on the channel every now and then. Perfect. Alright. Let's get the thing. So this is the thing I have been referring to the whole episode without actually getting. Nope, it's not in here. What am I doing? Is it in here? No, it's not. Okay. Yeah, let me just find out where it is here, because my brain did not function there for a second. It should be in here. Some of you may have noticed this or not if you're paying real close attention. So this is a Richie Bale trail. I'm not sure what that's supposed to say. Anyways, this is by the LSUK mod team. This was a suggestion. I believe this was something that was actually in the Farming Simulator 2011, actually. So let's go ahead and buy that. Ooh, that puts us kind of low on money. Get the shop to deliver that for us. Thank you very much. So, let me just go and pick it up from over there. Yeah, like I say, it's an interesting game. It's definitely the business side of things, and it seems interesting. So, interesting to me. I may just show it to you guys and then not record many videos about it because I don't know. It doesn't look like it will be super exciting, but you guys may like it. We'll see. Let's hook this guy up here. So this is the thing. This is a auto stacker type scenario. So it's not quite the Accurson one, but this is a bit different. This is a Richie Bale trailer, I guess you might call it. And they do have stuff like this in real life, which is kind of cool. So that's what it looks like. Do I remember that right? Oh, there we go. So they all the arms raise up, and then you can lower the arms individually, like so. So let me just show you. This carries what, 6 bales. So because we're kind of like we don't actually bale a crazy amount at this time. This is a really nice trailer because then all you need to do is, whoops, not hit the bales. You need to drive up to them, and that should pick it up. There you go. Sweet. Check that out, eh? And then the arm automatically goes up, and then you just pick them up this way. So this is actually a lot quicker than the way I was doing it before with the Bobcat, which is the reason why I was kind of looking for something like this. And I really appreciate the suggestion. I really appreciate this particular suggestion because this is something I saw back in the day, and it was a personal edit actually. That's what I saw of it to make it work in Farming Simulator 2013. So it's really cool that it actually I was able to find it. I think Grant, I think is his name, from Scottish Gaming Guys, actually did a personal edit of this once upon a time. So I don't know where this one came from. I don't know. It might be his. Who knows? But I got it off LS 2013. If you want to get it. There you go. I thought that works. Pretty cool, eh? Picks up 6 bales at a time, and you get to set them all down. And I will need to move bales around anyways with this, but it won't be so much back and forth with the Bobcat. Is what it boils down to. Man, my driving's bad tonight. Jeez. I hope you guys are enjoying the Giant Ender series. A lot of people seem to be enjoying that because it is different, I suppose. Not turn on. It's what was the button? I forget what it is. Oh, is that okay? So I'll put this here. Turn off the hazard lights first. So this works is you just lower them down and unlock the bales, and then you should be able to just lift all the arms up. So that particular part isn't very realistic, I guess, because it wouldn't work so well with those huge spikes. But I still think it's pretty cool. Yeah, like I said, some people were definitely seem to be enjoying the Giants Editor related stuff, because I've been looking for some stuff and I haven't been able to find a lot of it out there in English specifically. There's stuff out there, but it's a lot of in every other language but English I've discovered, or the ones I did see that were in English were not so good and weren't that helpful. So kind of took it upon myself to help people out a little bit. So, I'm not an expert by any means, but I don't mind doing a little bit of trial and error related stuff and figuring out these things for myself a little bit. I do like tutorials as well, so that's why I was kind of looking for. I know TCCG Rob, I think. Man, I always forget his handle. I wonder why he chose that and not something easier to remember, because that one's definitely not easy to remember. I know he's doing a Giants Editor series. He's doing kind of like a, I don't know, the way I like to call the way I think about it is like a let's edit. Am I gonna have enough space here? Oh, just barely. No. He's doing like what I think of as like a let's edit kind of idea. So he's taking you through the edits he's making to a couple maps. So he's doing something, and who else was there? I think there was somebody else I want to say. Shoot. I'm pretty sure it's somebody else, but I can't remember who it is offhand. WBF Contracting, that's what it is. He's also doing something similar, so I might do something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Honestly, a lot of it's me fumbling around trying to figure out how to do things because I'm not an expert. That's what a lot of it boils down to. UCB and myself, we're trying to figure out how to do the conveyor belt thing on the Central Kansas map, and I had no idea, and I was hoping he would be able to help me, and it was vice versa, basically. He was hoping I could kind of, help a little bit, but unfortunately we figured it out in the end, but took a lot of trial and error, basically. Turned out to be one single file. That's what I needed to change. One single file. It's always the easy problems. Well, things that always seem easy but aren't. Alright. Let's move this guy out of the way here. You can just chill out there. Alright, so now we have a lot of extra straw. I think there's a... Ooh, I don't know. There is a sell point for straw, but it's kind of far away. I know straw wouldn't net us much money, so I don't know if it's even worth trying to do. To try and sell at least, so. But I am enjoying the Giants Editor, mucking about with that. I think I said this in the other video I recorded today, but I was basically saying in that video that one of the problems, one of the dilemmas I'm running into is like I have to not make maps too easy. That's what it boils down to. I was telling that to my girlfriend, and she was like, "Don't make your map too easy," and sort of thing. So I was trying not to, because I found an interesting. It's an interesting. What do you call it? Facility. Basically, what it boils down to is it has bunkers for all your things like silage, chaff, mixed rations, it has all that stuff. Grass, hay, straw. It has a bunkers for all that stuff. But the problem is, it's a really big facility, which isn't necessarily a big problem. Oh, I gotta be careful here. Isn't necessarily a big problem, but what's happened is it makes it really easy in order to do certain things. So I may add it in later into the map, but I have to try and keep a little bit of, not challenge, because the map's still challenging regardless, but a little bit of, I don't know, manual work is kind of what it boils down to. Don't want to make it all too easy, because that could easily be the case if I'm not careful. Especially once you figure out how to do things like edit maps. Alright. Let's just turn this around. I'm sure Northern Warrior would just love this right now. A little bit of front loader simulator. That guy loves front loader stuff. I don't know why. But he said maybe I should bring him in for an episode and get him to stack these bales in a nice fashion, as opposed to what I have there, because that's not nice anymore. But eventually I'll probably end up using them, so it's not a big deal. Could give my pigs a little bit of straw. They're kind of lacking. Like I said, I haven't done much of the pigs at the moment, but there is a great demand coming up actually. Where is it here? 4 days maybe? 4 days. There's a great demand coming up in 4 days for pigs, so I may I don't know, increase production of pigs for a little while, just so I can capitalize on that. We'll see. Our cows are a bit low in TMR. Ooh, gonna have to do some hay. I haven't done hay in a while actually, or foraging, I guess is what it boils down to. I think what happened was I just was like, you know what, I don't need to do this because I did a huge amount at the start, and now I'm kind of running into a situation where I was like, alright, I guess I should do some again. It always happens, alright. The cows just keep eating the hay. And the funny thing is, on this particular map, I really can't do it automatically, I guess. Well, I can partially, I suppose, but not necessarily like fully automated in the sense where I can just set course play to cut the hay and let it go wild after that. It doesn't quite work that way, unfortunately. I suppose I really should try and stack these higher, but that's just bad news in this game. So I've seen some pretty impressive stacks of straw and hay actually on the FS 2013 forums. It just amazes me. I'm like, I don't have the patience for that. No patience for that specifically, so let's go put a couple of these in the mixing station actually, because we probably need some, I think, at least. I know it's been out of hay for a long time now actually. I just haven't got around to giving it some more, so there you go. Let's see here. That looks one of the tires from the International there. I love these signs. They're just so, they're like, it's kind of funny because it's like somebody just painted them with a paintbrush almost, but they are also very visible, which is nice. It's not always the case on every map. Sometimes you get maps that, while they look really nice, they don't have all the appropriate things. That happens sometimes. But this map definitely has everything. Everything you'd ever need, which makes it a really nice map. And I suppose the creator of the map originally intended this map to be played with the more realistic engine installed. However, we all know how I feel about that, which is why I haven't raised any sheep on this map yet. That's what it boils down to. Because in order to raise some sheep, you do need to, or the pallets themselves, the wool pallets, I guess, are the problem. They won't, I think they won't spawn. I forget what the actual problem was in the end, but there was a problem with that. Alright, let's go check to see what our levels are like. Oh, we could put a little bit more straw in there. Yeah, oh, it's silage seeds. Let's take care of that. And we are in a money situation right now. What do we have? Canola's coming up, wheat's coming up in a day. Okay, well, got 20,000 liters of wheat we can sell on a great demand. Let's hope it's a 2x great demand. That'd be really nice, actually. So. Alright, I won't subject you to watching me move the rest of these bales. There's only 3 left now, but that's enough. I will deal with those off camera. Oh, there's a cow. Looks like he's going through the, he's heading to the milker. Oh, no. He just walked out here somewhere. Hey, cows. Anyways, talk about a sidetrack. Anyways, that's it for today, folks. Wow, how did I get in here and knock it out? What the heck? Alright, well, I guess I'll walk up this way over the feed trough. Jeez. Anyways, that's it for today, folks. My name's Iain Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013, and we're playing on the Glenmalure farm. That was really mysterious at the end. I'll talk to you guys later.